nothing's ever stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. Nothing. And seeing these numbers have reminded me of who I really am, because a lot of times we'll get into these slumps and get clouded, and then we forget who we are. The world is constantly trying to tell you you are not who you think you are. Hey, what up, fam? It's that man, Taj, the rapping detailer, and I'm back at you once again with another video. So, today we are going to be talking about the power of the number 1. And specifically, lately I've been seeing the number 1111, the 4 ones, whether it's on a clock, whether it's on comment sections, whether it's on a license plate, whether it's somewhere I've been seeing this every day for the last probably two and a half weeks, and it's led me to a YouTube channel that's helped me to get closer to the God in me, and it's led me to clarify my path as an entrepreneur, a rap artist, and a detailer, hence the rapping detailer, you feel me? So I'm going to be telling you a little story about how this whole journey over the last 12 months has led me to quit smoking weed and led me to quit drinking alcohol. All right, so look, I say about last year I kind of fell into a slump. You know, things were going good in my business, but at the same time, you know, I was dishing out a lot of money towards equipment, towards materials, and towards my employees. And it was really tough on me because I was struggling to take care of myself. So, you know, over this journey, I say about last year in August, I started to smoke again. You know, I've been having an on and off relationship with Mary Jane for probably like the last 20 years, to tell you the truth, for a long time. And, you know, I fell into this slump last year in August, and I started to smoke, like just took off from August the 1st to probably November the 3rd, every day, chiefing, like nothing, like nothing happened, like I didn't even miss a beat. And what I noticed is during this time, during those 3 months, from August to November 2024, these were my lowest, you hear me, my lowest revenued months out of the whole year. So, you know, I'm always keeping an eye on my finances, trying to figure out what I can add, what I can eliminate. And I noticed that these 3 months were the lowest revenues of my month, of my year, how I've been operating my business. So, of course, I figured I had to stop. Like, something was blocking me from getting to my goals. Something was blocking me from reaching my full potential. So, you know, I stopped, and lo and behold, when I stopped, November, December, January, February, things just started to take off like a slow plane, right? So, you know, things started to take off. I'm having some of the best months of my life in business. January rolls around, February rolls around. I graduated the IVP program, revenue taking off. I also graduated the MBK program. Shout out to my guy Pratt. Shout out to my guy Will Holmes. We are in the building. Shout out to Barbara Quay. We out here in the building. Hey, shout out to y'all. And, you know, these people helped me to step my game up as far as how to move in this business world. You know, it's a lot of people I can shout out as well, but I'm not going to be focusing on that. But I'm going to tell you what happened leading up to this past summer. So June rolls around here, and I'm thinking I got things popping. You know, I started to hire some new guys. You know, I was kind of stepping out of the business, and I was getting these guys to do the business for me. So what did I do? I started smoking again. And I think it's the power of the universe, the power of God, whatever you want to identify, this spirit that is taking over. It started to have some unusual reactions to my body. So normally when you smoke and you drink, you'll start to eat like crazy. You start to eat a bunch of junk food. You start to put a bunch of nonsense in your body. And for those who know me, for the last 3 years, I've been a plant-based eater. So I don't really take in a whole bunch of sugar. I don't really take in a whole bunch of unnecessary trans fats, right? So, the beginning of June, I started to chief again. And what happened? My freaking feet started to swell up. My legs and my feet started to swell after the smoking and the eating session, right? So, I'm freaking out. I'm like, yo, what is happening to me? Do I got the type 2? Am I about to delete? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is happening out here? So, one of my customers, he's in cahoots and has all these connections with these doctors. And I had to cancel an appointment with him because I was so afraid. I thought something bad was happening to me that I couldn't come back from. So, I was explaining to him the situation. He told me to send him a picture. I sent him a picture of my swollen feet, and he gave me some suggestions. And the main suggestion that we all come up with is, Taj, you need to stop smoking. Period. So, I stopped smoking. And I really made a conscious decision in my mind that this is not beneficial to me. It's all just a cope. It's all just a cope for me to run away from whatever I'm trying to avoid. And I've realized what I'm really trying to avoid is the super work that needs to be done in order for me to get on top of that empire that I'm building, right? A lot of times we fall back into old habits, and these old habits suck us in and they punch us in the face and like, oh, you ain't had enough yet? You ain't had enough yet? Okay, here you go. Here's another right. Here's another left. And I took all of that and I had to figure, look, this is not beneficial to my life. Some people can do it and, they can be fine. But really, I personally think it's just a cope. It's just a cope for you to hold yourself back from whatever you're trying to build. And I really think that if I had stopped a long time ago when I was supposed to stop, I would have been sitting on the clouds right now in another way. You feel me? But anyway, leading up to the beginning of September, right? I fell into this transition because I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I'm like, well, should I continue with the detailing business? Should I go full into hip hop? Should I just quit it all? Because, I've dealt with a lot of challenges as far as work this summer. A whole lot of challenges dealing with employees, dealing with some monster jobs. And I was debating if I wanted to do this anymore because it was really taxing on my mind. I didn't have the smoke to fall back on anymore. So I was just like, man, what am I doing? What am I going to do with my life? So, in this transition, and also I've been dealing with the weather. The weather's been really crappy all summer. Real crappy. Like we've been having stretches of like 3 and 5 days of rain. And I don't have a barrage yet, so it's like I have to operate when the weather's good, so the rain won't interfere with the waxes and the compounds. We've been doing a lot of paint corrections and ceramic coatings and things like that, so it doesn't mix well with water. So anyway, I started to get into like kind of a slump, not a depression, but I started to feel a little bad because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So then I started to see these numbers, 1111. At first I'm thinking, I see angel numbers now and then. I'm like, all right, cool. That's pretty cool. But then it started to happen again and again. And I was seeing it like 2 and 3 times a day for stretches at a time. And I'm just like, this can't be a coincidence. It can't be a coincidence. There's no way that, because what happens is you'll be doing something and then all of a sudden you'll look up and the clock will just be 11:11, or you'll be doing something online and you'll click a website or you'll click a post or something, 1,111 comments, 1,111 thumbs up. It'd be things like that just was hitting, and I'm so conscious I cannot ignore these things. So I'm just like, what is going on here? So, during my journey, my spiritual awakening journey, right? I've been watching people like Soul Immortal. Soul Immortal gives out a lot of good information. And what happened is this 1111 led me into another page, and this YouTube page started to clarify everything that I've been seeking in God, in the universe, in myself. You understand? And the channel on YouTube is called The Power of I Am, right? The Power of I Am. And what this channel does is it teaches you how to use I Am, how to think with I Am, and what's worked for him, and how he's manifested things in such a short time. And lo and behold, I started to practice these I Ams lately. I'm familiar with the affirmations, but I think I've been writing them down without really internalizing them like I should. So lately I've been really honing in on the I Ams, and honing in on affirmations, and honing in on the power of now. Because what I'm learning from this channel is the past does not exist. The past is irrelevant. The future is irrelevant. The only thing that we have is now, right now. So whatever you declare, if you think about your life, every single thing that you've thought and tried to do has come to fruition. Everything. No matter if it's good or bad, God, the universe, is always saying yes. All you gotta do is say yes. God doesn't say no. God says yes all the time. So if you're saying, oh my gosh, I feel so bad, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm depressed, yes. Oh my gosh, I feel strong, yes. I am the best rapper in Maryland, yes. I am the absolute best detailer in the state of Maryland, yes. You understand where I'm going with this? So I want to give you a couple of things to think about if you are seeing this number 1111 or even 111. If you see in the triple or the quadruple, this is what you need to pay attention to, because the number 1 represents new beginnings. It represents leadership. It represents taking initiative. And in my whole life, the evidence surrounding my life, I've been a leader my whole life. I've always been about the new, meeting new people, doing new things, stepping outside of the box, doing things outside of the status quo. I've always been about stepping forward and taking action and taking the initiative. Nothing's ever stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. Nothing. And seeing these numbers have reminded me of who I really am, because a lot of times we'll get into these slumps and get clouded, and then we forget who we are. The world is constantly trying to tell you you are not who you think you are, and it shifts your path. But what I'm here to tell you is you are whoever you say that you are. Shout out to Lupe Fiasco. If you are what you say you are, then have no fear. The camera's here. You feel me? So listen, these action steps you need to take, because 1111 is a symbol of spiritual awakening. It's a connection to God. It's a connection to the universe. So you need to pay attention to the signs. You need to trust your intuition. You need to take massive, massive, massive action to your goals. Massive action. And never second guess it. So my suggestions are this. Meditate. Write out these ridiculous I ams. I am the best in the world. Think about wrestlers. You feel me? The Rock says, know your role. You feel me? The Rock says, I am the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today. You feel me? You need to take these I ams to the extreme and internalize them. And when you're feeling bad and when you're feeling down, you gotta read these, you gotta memorize these, and you gotta say, I am who I am. To take it however far you want to take it, because it's going to get into your mind, and whatever is outside of you is not going to have any type of effect on your life. They could throw you in a cage and you could still be like, oh my gosh, I still see heaven in here. I still see the birds and the bees, and I still see sunshine. You gotta take action, like journal. You gotta write things down. You have to write things down, because this helps you to solve your problems. Trust me, I have solved a lot of my problems just by writing. I am a ill writer. Like, everything I write gets bronchitis. Everything I write looks up to me like, Your Highness. Everything I write be like, oh my God, it's Midas, because they tired. They tired because I'm the one that they hire. They tired because I'm the #1 supplier. You feel me? I ain't no liar. So I just want you to remember, this is your movie. This is your movie. You are the director. You are the star, and you can take this as far as you drive your car. You feel me? So listen, if you seeing that number 1111, take heed, because the only thing you about to do is succeed. You feel me? Hey baby, it's Taj, the rapping detailer, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. And I'm out of here. Peace.